What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the fishing video. I know nothing was caught, so it gets kind of boring, but that's usually how saltwater fishing goes for me. This video, I wanted to show you a dry fly that you can, this is a good one to practice if you want to try to see if you can tie really small. Like I said, no hand function, so when I first started tying dry flies, they were always size 10, size 12, something a little easier. And this was the first fly that I tied on a size 14 to see if I was able to tie that small. So in this video, I'm going to tie on a size 12, just easier for video purposes, shows up better on my phone until I can get a camera and a better setup. But this is going to be the Griffith gnat. Only 2 materials, really easy fly to do if you're trying to see if you can tie really small. I'm going to tie this one on a size 12. I've done it on a 16. I'm going to order, or a 14, sorry. I'm going to order some 16s and see if I can tie it on that as well. And I'm just going to go smaller and smaller and see how small I can actually get. So with that being said, the thread I'm using is uni thread 6/0. I like 6/0. I don't have to worry about breaking it as much as like 70 or something. 70 denier breaks a little easier. The 6/0 is nice because it's thin enough that you don't really build up a whole lot of bulk. If you would like to see a video of me explaining stuff that was going on while I was fishing, let me know in the comments. I know I didn't talk a whole lot. I'm trying to get better at that, and then when I get overheated, I don't really talk a whole lot anyway. So the heat really gets to me pretty bad. But if you'd like me to explain some things, you know, wrapping my hand up in the rod, the towel I was using, if you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments. So I already measured out a feather. I'm using a grizzly Hackle, natural grizzly. I've measured this out for size 12. And I've seen this fly tied several ways. I'm not going to add any wire, but if you wanted to make your fly more durable, you can add a little piece of wire or something on that line, even mono, just to counterwrap the feathers. And next, for a size 12 hook, you want a nice long peacock herl. And be kind of gentle around the tip because it is easy to break them. Always try to tie it in about 1 inch back from the tip. Wrap that all the way back. And we'll wrap that forward and clip out the tip. And I might be able to get away with it. Try to use my bobbin cradle here. It's really important when you start getting into smaller flies. The problem I had is with crowding the eye of the hook. So that was something that I had a bit of difficulty with. And like I said, this is a really good fly to do, to learn how to tie small. You learn your portion control. You learn how to wrap the different material. Peacock herl can be tricky. So this is a decent fly to do that you can learn your portion control and everything else. So I want to wrap one wrap in front of the other. Be real careful around the hook point. You just want to wrap this all the way up. And this is why it's important on a size 12 to have a pretty long peacock herl. Because you want to do one right in front of the other, and it'll use a pretty long feather on a size 12. Fly might be a little big for trout, but like I said, I'll throw it for bluegill. I don't really care as long as I catch fish. Saltwater fly fishing doesn't tend to work out that way for me. I don't really catch anything. I like to get it with a few wraps and pull the herl back and try to wrap over that as well. I would recommend putting in a small piece of wire, a brassy size, just because you're using some delicate material here. This one, I'm not too worried about it, but to make your fly more durable, it'd be recommended to use something in there for a rib. Having problems getting doing my half hitch. That's okay, because we have tools for that. Did a little far back, but it'll be all right. And now with the grizzly hackle. So some stick straight out. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on the camera. Yeah, some sticking straight out. Kind of makes like a little tail. I think that's kind of a neat effect. Do that first wrap and then small spirals going forward. All the way up. Get that out of the way. And once again, you want to tie that off. Build up a small head on the fly right behind the eye of the hook. I got fibers sticking out over the eye, so I'm going to get rid of those. And I should be able to whip finish on this one. Hands are kind of sore today. Makes grabbing everything a little more difficult. Everything wants to just fall right out of your hands. But there you go. Very, very simple fly. And like I said, if you are curious if you can tie a small fly, this is the one to practice with. 2 materials. You can't really make it look bad unless it's really big. But this looks pretty good. I would throw this for trout as well. I mean, I don't really mind throwing bigger flies, and I like to try to test myself to see if I can tie smaller. So like I said, this was the first fly that I used. I tied a size 14 on. I'm going to try a 16, an 18, and I'm going to work down the list until I find my limit. So this is a really easy fly to try to learn with, to see if you can tie on a smaller hook, just for portion control, where to stop the thread, where to stop the materials. You don't crowd the eye of the hook. Really simple and easy, effective fly. Short video, but let me know if you'd like a video explaining everything that went on with the fishing trip. I'd be happy to do it. Let me know if there's any other kind of flies that you would like to see personally, and I will see if I am able to tie it. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it. My channel is growing more, and it's exciting to see. So, trying to hit that 500 mark. I'll give this video a thumbs up. That really helps too. But really consider subscribing. I try to tie every Monday. I try to have a video every Monday, and then when I get to go fishing, I always have that filmed. Hunting season's going to start up, so if you're into hunting, then I'll have videos on that as well. Starting off with squirrel, and then going into deer and pig. So a lot coming up. I'm going to do a video, kind of a channel update video, before too long. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Like I said, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, or consider subscribing, and I'll see y'all in the next one.